asked one nervous little girl before confirmation, "What is matrimony?" She answered, "A place where souls suffer for a time for their sins." Parish priest said, "No, that's purgatory." The bishop said to the priest, "Let her alone, she might be right." What do you and I know about it? And there is another example about marriage. A rabbi tells how a young people came to see him one evening. Their wedding was coming up and he was to officiate it. At one point, the young man said to him, "Rabbi, would you object if we make one small change in the wedding ceremony? Instead of pronouncing us husband and wife till death do us apart, could you pronounce us husband and wife for as long as love lasts?" We have talked about this and we both feel that should the day come when we no longer love each other, it would not be morally right for us to be stuck with each other. The rabbi replied, "I do object, and I will not make the change. You and I know that there is such a thing as divorce, and we know that a lot of marriages these days do not last until one of the partners dies. But let me tell you something. If you go into marriage with an attitude of, if it does not work out, we can always split, then I can almost guarantee you that things will not work out for you. I appreciate your honesty, but you must understand that a marriage commitment is not just a mutual willingness to live together, but the commitment to accept the frustrations and disappointments that are an inevitable part of two imperfect human beings relating to each other. It is hard enough to make a go of marriage, even when you give it everything you have got. But if only a part of you is involved in the relationship, then you have virtually no chance. From the second story, the result would be a fragile, tentative relationship that was sure to fail. Some enter into marriage expecting it to make their lives pleasurable all the time. And when at times it offers pain and conflict, they want out of it. When two people get married, their lives are linked together. We usually talk about tying the knot. From that point on, they have a common destiny. They are committed to each other and are responsible to and for each other. God then seals and blesses these bonds in the sacrament of marriage. And no doubt that this bond is made from and by love. Love of both strength and weaknesses in order to support one another and journey together in life. God made us for love, we know it, to receive it and to give it. However, the ability to love is not something that is given to the couple on their wedding day with all the other gifts. Love is something that has to be learned. The real journey married couples have to make, and not just them but single people too, is the journey from selfishness to love. Nothing is a greater challenge to love. Nothing provides a greater opportunity for growth in it than marriage. It calls for a lot of maturity. Goldfish in a bowl get along easily, but bring two human beings together and sooner or later there will be problems. When two people get married, they bring to it their strengths and weaknesses, loves and hates, hurts and wounds, hope and fears. However, the difficulties they encounter can become opportunities for growth. There is more depth to a relationship Dan has weathered some storms. Reflecting on the readings today, perhaps it is a time for us to have a look at the marriage, those who are married as well as the single, to see whether the marriage is, as the little girls respond to the bishop, a place where souls suffer for a time of their sins, or a covenantal commitment to each other in love, in joy, hope, happiness, acceptance, such as in a childlike way, as mentioned in the gospel towards the end of it, the childlike way, the way with positive qualities, openness, receptivity, sense of wonder, ability to live in the presence, and can be many, many more. And we all know that this Sunday, the 3rd of October, will be the first assembly relating to the plenary council. Let us have a look at what Archbishop Mark Conrad said about this.